RPG a Day 2023, day 30, most obscure RPG you've played. Um, I'm not sure how much I've ever played this. I believe when my brother bought it back in the probably late 80s, um, I probably played a couple of encounters with him. I'm not even sure that I did that, to be honest. Obscure, I would say this is more infamous than obscure, but kind of probably most people today haven't come across it. Um, it was put out by Leading Edge Games, who, amongst a couple of other things they put out the Aliens adventure game, which I've seen a couple of people talking about, particularly I think Runeslinger, I think mentioned it when the Alien RPG by Free League came out. What he pointed out was the Alien game really does a good job, and the Aliens game was an early 90s, far too many rules, far too many tables. It was a child of its time. However, by comparison to the complexity of the Aliens adventure game, Phoenix Command, my brother gave me his books because he's never going to use them, and they've sat on my shelf for longer than I care to think, but I probably ought to have a play with them at some point. Um, Phoenix Command kind of is a role-playing game. There's a question over whether or not it's just a combat system without a role-playing game. Um, Although I believe it gets used, it might even get used in Aliens. I think it got used in Living Steel and a couple of others. Um, it is a very, very detailed combat system. There are a million tables. It is a joke to say that you have to roll to find out what the wind velocity is and the direction it's coming from in order to work out what that's going to do to the bullets you're firing. But it is really, really complicated. Um, it's well written from what I remember. It's been a few years since I've looked at it. It covers a lot of stuff. There's a lot of dark humor in it. But it is probably the ultimate sense of what happens when you get into a truly simulationist mindset where you want the rules to cover exactly what would happen in real life, not what happens within a fictional narrative game. Um, so yeah, I obscure, infamous. I don't really know, but yeah, it's sitting on my shelf, and I thought it would be a good chance just to mention it. And yeah, at some point when I'm not trying to run other games, I can't see me ever playing a lot of it, but it would be fun to get a couple of people together and see what happens if you take it out for a spin. So anyway, that's day 30, short one for today. Um, I have one more of these to do, and then, as I said yesterday, for the first time ever, I think, I will have completed the whole of August and completed RPG a Day. So until then, have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.